Let's do the other Big Ten team tonight. Rutgers. Destroy Georgetown. I think that's a fair word to use, is that Rutgers just destroyed Georgetown tonight. And you've heard me make a lot of jokes at this young man's expense because of the accessories he chooses to wear. The goggled Gavin Griffiths. It looks really good, man. He looks objectively stupid and horrible, but he looks really good as a basketball player.
Yeah, he does. And I mean, they just got contributions from other freshmen on this team. I mean, at one point in the first half, I believe that the freshmen like accounted for like 16 of 30 points or something like that. I got to go back and actually look at Craig Bauer's tweet on that. But yeah, they were just getting a lot of easy buckets in this game. And I think you saw like Rutgers' home court advantage come into play in this game. And Georgetown was extremely rattled. I mean, Georgetown, for the most part of this game, I don't know if it finished. I would have to check the stats on this, but let's see here. Just want to double check this and see if this still holds up. Yeah, it does. As a team, Georgetown had 18 made field goals, and they had 21 turnovers. So that means that if you can do the math there and break down that phrase, they had more turnovers than made field goals. So credit to Rutgers. They turned up the pressure. Fernandez and Simpson were hounding people all game. They were getting transition shots. Fernandez had like a 7-0 run by himself where he ended by diving on the floor for a loose ball when he forced a turnover. The crowd was excited. They were rocking. So I think this was a really good game for Rutgers. And I feel better after watching this Rutgers game. Like I was a little bit concerned after the first couple games. And I thought that this game held a little bit more weight than people made to give him credit for. Like, I feel a lot better about the Rutgers team after this game, even though it was against a Georgetown team who I think has issues right now, obviously. But I feel better about Rutgers as a team.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. And we were like ready to abandon ship when we did the like how concerned should you be episode earlier this week. I still like I'm not like buying more Rutgers right now. Like I'm not ready. I'm not like pressing like, oh, they're back. Here we go. Let's double down on them being good. But I'm at least willing to entertain the idea that like there is a high ceiling for this team that didn't show up in the first couple games. Mostly because Derek Simpson finally had a good game. In his first 3 games combined, he was 4 for 19 from the floor. Tonight he was 4 for 10 from the floor. I am worried with Derek. He's not shooting threes like at all. He was 1 for 2 tonight. That was his first 3 he made on the season. He only has 4 3-point attempts through 4 games. That's just not the player I expected him to be. Like I thought he'd kind of be like a volume shooter type that would get the attempts up from 3. And to be honest, I think the team needs it. Like this offense still gets stuck in the mud.
Yeah, I thought he would be the full cheat code. I thought he'd be like the full package of Geo Baker, and Geo Baker had the mid range, but he also was able to shoot from the outside. It just seems like Derek Simpson only wants to work in the mid range, which, I mean, credit to him. I think he does have a good mid range game, but also at the same time, like you could get yourself some other shots like from 3. I certainly think that he's a guy who can knock down threes at a consistent clip, and also it would help his mid range game if people had to respect him from the outside as more, which I think will lead to the game coming easier to him.
Yeah. Also, like I say that because I believe in his ceiling as a shooter. I know he didn't shoot well from 3 last year. He was only 21% from 3, but he shot 2 attempts per game. Like I think he should at least be shooting them, even if he's not making them. Also, like somebody just clip this and show this to Derek Simpson for us, please. Derek, it's fun to shoot threes. Like that's one of the funnest things you could do. Like,
yeah, and I think Coach Pike would be completely okay with you getting them up.
Give it a try, my friend. Because Derek Simpson's 6'3". He kind of hoops like he's like 5'9". Like he kind of hoops like you're just afraid you're gonna get shot blocked. Like you're 6'3", dude. Just shoot over people.
Yeah, like you got Noah Fernandez out there. He's like 6 foot maybe, and he's gunning trays. You got Gavin Griffiths out there getting 6 up. You got Fernandez getting 6 up. You got Hyatt getting 6 up. Go ahead and get your 6 up.
Yeah. Go shoot some threes. Look, defensively, Rutgers is always going to be really good. We knew that. This was a game you thought they could capitalize on because Georgetown obviously has offensive struggles. Jayden Epps is their best guard. Jayden Epps, I still don't think people know what to make of Jayden Epps. Like he had the big scoring game, and then he had 11 assists in a game. Tonight he has 16 points, 1 assist. He's 4 for 12 from the floor, 5 turnovers. Rutgers as a team forced 21 turnovers in this game. To win by 11 in a game you forced 21 turnovers, honestly, that seems small. Like they needed to force this many turnovers. Do you what do you make of Epps right now? I know we've talked about him a lot on this show. Like, what do you think of him?
He had like a nagging. He hurt himself at the start of this game, and I don't think he ever seemed right for the rest of the game. To be honest with you, I
Yeah.
just think he just seemed off. I don't know. I feel like Epps is just gonna go down as like this enigma. Honestly, just like he had the good games at Illinois. He comes to Georgetown, has the secret scrimmage 46. And then I just honestly haven't seen anything of a resemblance of that early on in the season, which has me thinking like, how did this 46 happen?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of, I was making the joke to you, like, I don't
But
care about practice. Like,
yeah,
if there's no camera in the gym, did it happen?
yeah, but at the same time, I still like buy Jayden Epps like as a scoring guard. I mean, didn't have like the greatest game, 4 for 12, 2 for 7 from 3, 6 from 7 from the free throw line. But I mean, he still got you 16 points, 4 rebounds. Obviously, the turnovers were a big issue. That was an issue for everybody in this game. They had a couple guys who had 5 turnovers just like him, which is crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like Jayden Epps just is what he is on this Georgetown team. He's going to be a guy who's going to be a high volume shooter and get him up. And I honestly think he's going to have some big games throughout Big East play where he maybe even beat some teams by himself with a outburst type game. Don't think it's going to lead to wins or anything, and don't think. And I know this isn't an Illinois thing, but don't think Illinois fans should be missing Jayden Epps.
Oh, wow. So you flipped on that because we've always
Yeah.
allowed that they would miss him.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Because I don't think that Jayden Epps, even at his best, is giving Illinois what they need.
Okay. I think that's a fair take. I would say I think Jayden Epps would look better at Illinois than he looks at Georgetown. I will say that. I think like situation
Yeah.
wise, I would expect if they wanted Jayden Epps to be featured, I think he would have been really good at Illinois.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, if like you do whatever Dre gives Lawhorn minutes right now to Jayden Epps, it probably looks better because I think right now Jayden Epps might be better than
yeah.
gives Lawhorn right now.
So can we do that trade? Because Gibbs Lawhorn on Georgetown on a meaningless team that doesn't care would be so fun.
Oh, so fun. Just 35, just 38 minutes of just him.
Just chaos. Gibbs Lawhorn. It'd be incredible. You said you're not all the way out on Epps. You don't want him at Illinois, but like you still believe he's a good player. I am all the way out on Rowan Brumbaugh. Out on him. I know
Sorry, Goodman.
that's a name we've talked about a while. I'm out on him. I didn't like what I saw tonight at all. A couple more quick Rutgers things. I thought Hyatt, he did a lot tonight. Obviously finished with 12, 7, 2 assists, 2 steals. He's like the quintessential glue guy type for them, especially while Mag is out. Like he's a solid player that does a lot of really unheralded things. With that said, he takes some crazy shots. Like he just takes like NBA range threes with 27 seconds on the shot clock. And like, I want someone to get it through his head that like, you can't do that when you're Rutgers. And I hope no Rutgers fans hears this and is upset, but it's like, if you're like the gunner off the bench at Kansas, then, oh, well, you took a couple dumb ones. You're Kansas. You're going to figure it. Like Rutgers can't just like lose 6 possessions a game because Hyatt is shooting shots that are guaranteed misses. It's crazy. Like they got to value their possessions.
and to make it go full circle, if Hyatt can get away with that, Derek Simpson, you can.
Yeah, for real. Like, please.
If someone's gonna take an ill-advised 27-second shot clock NBA range, it should be you.
The wrong guys are NBA ranging. I don't like it. Cliff, why am I being too harsh on this? Why does it always feel like you're left wanting more from Cliff?
It's not. You are left wanting more.
Why is that? Like, he's obviously objectively a great center, especially in this league. But like, I don't watch games and ever come away being like Cliff dominated today.
he'll dominate for like stretches, like very small spurts. He'll have like a couple possessions where he dominates, but I can't remember off the top of my head where I've seen Cliff dominate a game, and he has the physical tools and attributes in my eyes to dominate a game. Uh, but you don't want to get to the end of Cliff's career and be like, if you squint really hard, isn't he just like Marcus Bingham on steroids?
With biceps?
Yeah, like you just always wait for him to make a jump, and he's got the length and he's got the ability, and like he blocks shots, and yeah, I don't know. It's just like everyone kind of penciled him in to be like this first team All Big Ten guy or second team All Big Ten guy, and I just don't really see it. It seems like it's trending towards untapped potential.
Yeah.
Or just shortcomings.
Yeah, forgive me for what I'm about to say, but I feel like the cliff bar has never been raised. Like just the cliff bar has just stayed where it's been his whole time. And like I want to see it raised. I want it to go higher, and it just never went higher. So okay, final question from me on Rutgers. It's fun talking about Rutgers, by the way. Like I like talking about this team. I want them to keep doing good things because of all the teams in the Big Ten, I truly think they're like probably in my top 3 or 4 that I think are fun to talk about for some reason. Why doesn't Gavin Griffiths just start for this team? He's clearly a top 3 player on the team.
I'm not really sure, to be honest with you, because I mean, who would you send to the bench though? That's the thing.
I mean, I guess he's on the bench because they want like the 2 small guards and then 2 legit sized forwards with Cliff, which if you're putting Griffiths in, I don't think you're going to bench Simpson or Fernandez. So you'd have to go small, but I think they're going to close lineups with that lineup. He's got to be on the floor.
Yeah, I think he's got to be on the floor. I'm not too concerned with the starting thing with him. I just get concerned if his minutes are not where they should be.
Yeah, and they are where they should be right now. Gavin Griffiths is the blank best player on this team.
Gavin Griffiths is the Gavin Griffiths is the best player on this team.
That's the answer. I was going to go there if you didn't. I think Griffiths is the best player on this team.
He is. Goggles and all.
It's so weird. He needs like one of those like reality TV like makeover shows to come. Like we need like, who are the people that like went and did the houses, like Extreme Home Makeover? We need them to just go to Gavin's apartment.
Did Ryan Seacrest host that?
I don't know. I don't think so. I've never watched that show.
Oh, I liked it.
Did you actually watch it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ryan Seacrest hosted it. I feel like he hosts every show.
Were you a big HGTV guy?
Yeah.
Like when you guys were looking for houses, like you just flip on HGTV and lock in?
I mean, just in general, even when I was growing up, I'd like flipping on HGTV.
That's a crazy statement. Flipping on HGTV growing up?
Yeah, just like in passing.
In what setting?
Yeah.
Like take me through a day where young Carter Elliott, 7th grade Carter Elliott, was like, let me flip on HGTV.
It was like a fall asleep show. Like I'm in bed and I fall asleep with the TV on and I have HGTV on. Like the Flipping Houses show, House Hunters.
How old were you when you did this?
I don't know, man. Everything before I was like 16 is kind of a blur.
So like 15-year-old you wanted to watch House Hunters and not SportsCenter as you fell asleep.
I feel like I was younger.
11-year-old you wanted to watch House Hunters and not SportsCenter as you were falling asleep.
Yeah.
And you would do this alone in your house. Like you weren't like locking in on the couch like with like your mom and dad who were like, ooh, Carter, watch this. Like you were just like, I'm gonna go flip on House Hunters and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. No, notepad emoji. That's crazy, man. That's one of the crazier things I've ever heard. All right. Good job, Rutgers. Good job, Gavin Griffiths. I'd like to make a notion. Permission to make a notion?
Notion granted.
We both need to acquire a pair of goggles before the next time we talk about Rutgers on this show.
I am playing in a men's league that starts December 2nd. I will be wearing goggles when I hoop.
I love it. I can't wait. Good job, Rutgers. Way to take care of business for the Big Ten. Please keep doing that. Let's go win the Gavin games. Or should we say the Gavin games? Is that a little too much?
Yeah, Big Ten's up 3-2, by the way. Check the scoreboard.
Nice. Okay, goodbye.